What is going on, people? So on my last video we opened up a ton of legendary ember chests and started getting some good drops. So if you have not seen that video, I highly recommend that you go back and watch my previous video. I don't know exactly how close I'm going to be releasing these two videos to each other, but yeah, go ahead and check that one out if you haven't. Now, after we got all of those drops, it's time to go ahead and take some of this gear up to mythic. The one set that I was actually thinking about taking up is this mix set right here, because it's going to accomplish a couple of things. First of all, my mix set is one of my favorite sets just because it's probably the one that I use the least, but it's the one set that I will take a rally on. So if that ever does happen, I want it to be as strong as possible, and it's actually going to complement my weakest set at the moment very well, because in my range set there's 3 of these items, the 2 blight rings and the eternal codex, that's going to be going up to mythic. And the ones that I'm still going to be working on, of course, is going to be here the wormbone, which I will not have enough blazing embers for, unfortunately. And then the next one is going to be the hardened carapace, because you know the bumblebee freaking hates me, and I still need 1 legendary venom. So the chances of me getting that venom anytime soon is probably not too high. So you know, it is what it is. So essentially, to finish off my range set, what I'm going to need is what, like 10, no, 9 legendary embers, because this one requires 7 and here I would just need 9. So yeah, I mean, for me to be really comfortable, I just need like 9 more legendary embers and I'd be a-okay. But regardless, the one set that we are going to be taking up is my mix set, because that's the one that needs that I want to work on the most. There's some people that were asking me about my other sets and where they were at. Go ahead and show you right now. My infantry is quote-unquote finished as far as the gear, but the jewels still need some work. The monster jewels are just so hard to come by, and trying to get them like all epic and legendaries, it's so much harder than just your regular jewels. And then of course my cavalry set, where is it at? Here it is. My cavalry set, again, it's also complete but not complete, because look at, you know, all of these jewels, all of these monster jewels are purple, and for me to get them up to gold, it would be like a what, like a 30% boost or something along those lines. But look, to get those jewels to gold, especially to get those gold in all of these items, it's a chore, man. It's a chore. And I don't know what's the best pack for those monster jewels. I know that there's a pack, like a $20 pack, but I don't know if there's anything else for monster jewels, and it's just rough. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. But let's go ahead and take up all of these items. I do know that I'm gonna need a lot of gold and probably a lot of gems to get this done. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my god, you have over 4 million gems. Stop complaining. But hey, gems are gems. I don't care if I have 2,000 or 4 million. It still hurts when I use them. But that's just me. They call me a hoarder. Anyway, Skull Crusher is the first one that I am going to be taking up, because it is one of my, if not, it probably is my favorite item in the game. The reason for it, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. The reason why I really like the Skull Crusher is because way back when, before Mythic Gear, a gold Skull Crusher was actually, it wasn't as good as the champion weapons, but it was there. It was kind of like right there. So if you had one of these, it wasn't like a far stretch from the champion items like the other items are. So I've always wanted the Skull Crusher, and then as soon as I got it to gold, the mythic upgrade came out. So I was just like, ugh, really? But I can finally say that I'm gonna have a mythic Skull Crusher, and the stats are absolutely insane. Now, 13 blazing embers, look, that's expensive as hell. So it's probably the most expensive item I'm ever going to take up with blazing embers, but it is so worth it. 10,000 gems to go ahead and do this, or 7 days. Do you, serious question now, Do you know anybody that actually upgrades their equipment and waits the 2 or 3 days or sometimes 7 days? I have yet to meet everybody. And I feel like IGG knows that. And that's why they're like, oh, do you wanna speed it up? Do you want to use 10,000? Oh, 666 gems. Oh god, that's a bad omen. So let's get this out of the way. Let's just finish this one because that's just a bad omen. Don't show that message again because I'm gonna be seeing it a couple times. There it is. Main hand. Now, what are the complete stats on it? So with my jewels, you got 41% ranged attack, 35% infantry defense, which is kind of useless, 28% army attack, 20% cavalry attack, 20% infantry attack. A lot of people really don't pay attention much to the army attack stat, and they just focus on, okay, what's your infantry, your cavalry, and your range attack stat. But they just completely ignore army attack stats. And let me tell you, you shouldn't be doing that. But let's go ahead and go to the next item. I think it unequips it. So you know what? I'm going to leave it unequipped. The Eternal Codex. There was a time where I was kind of like, do I go Codex? Do I go Mitts? Because the army max HP on the Mitts is like 35%, which is huge. But when I start taking a look at this Eternal Codex, it's almost 50% ranged attack in one item without any taking into account any jewels or anything like that. So yeah, that's a lot of attack stats, and I feel like it outweighs the max HP, the army max HP. 49% army or ranged attack, 28% cavalry attack, plus the HP of the cavalry, which isn't that significant because I usually will not have my cavalry up front, but you never know. It is definitely a really good item. So let's go ahead and speed this up. There it is, Eternal Codex. And the stats on this with all my jewels is 48% cavalry attack, 69% ranged attack, and 28% cavalry HP and 20% infantry attack. Freaking solid item. So now I have this for mix, for ranged, cavalry, and then infantry. Not bad. I kind of feel bad for the mids because they're very solid, but I just don't have I don't have a use for them at the moment. So, and then of course the blight rings. Really not much to say about the blight rings other than they're one of the best and most affordable accessories. I mean, honestly speaking, there are better accessories, and you can make a case that even the scroll is better. But the blight ring, the one good thing about the blight ring is that in its whole set of gear, the blight ring is really the only item that you would really want to build, whereas the scroll has a ton of different items that you want to build in that set. The cup is also it has some decent items on there as well. Plus, not to mention that the cup is just way more expensive. So if you're ever in doubt as far as accessories, blight ring, you can't go wrong. Unless it's like common, you have better, but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and finish this off. Yo, I'm gonna use up like 50,000 gems just forging this. I know, stop crying, but man, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. And then where's the other one? There it is. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one. And my god, I legit, maybe somebody will in the comments will tell me exactly how many gems I used, but this was a lot. This was a lot. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Anyway, I have one ring to go, and I don't have enough of the maggot. I'm missing one in change, I guess you can say, and then I'm missing 2 of these. So eventually, hopefully I can get that done. But let's equip my items that I went ahead and took up to Mythic, because this is gonna look sexy. Here we go. Oh my god. You know, I wasn't a fan of the orange when it first came out, and truth be told, I'm not that huge of a fan of it now. But let me tell you, I could get used to this. Oh yeah. No, that gold ring at the bottom is gonna piss me off a little bit, just because it just, like, I just want it to be completed. You know what I mean? And IGG knows this, and that's why they went with the colors. They're like, oh, people like bright colors, so they'll pay for that. And they're right. But you know what? I'll hold off. I'll hold off. My range set is also going to be looking much better now. Like I said, it is missing these 2 items here at the beginning. So this is going to be 5. The armor is going to be 7, I believe, right? So that makes it 12. And then if I get another ring, that's going to be 17. So I'm going to need 17 more blazing embers. Now I already have 3, so technically I only need 14. I'm so close. I am so freaking close. But there it is. I have a feeling that I won't be getting blazing ember. I mean, not for a bit anyways, but like I mentioned in my last video, is all this the people that donate to the streams, the ones that have become members to the channel, they definitely go a long way into making stuff like this possible. So again, I thank you all for watching, and especially those that donate and help out the channel. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later.